talk about Survivor. This was episode 6 and 7 in one. It was a 2-hour episode. We forgot. We were watching it like, why is this so long? Oh, it's the merge. Oh, it's 2 hours. So let's talk about it. It was an episode. I lived for this episode, to be honest with you. I loved it. It gave.
I didn't realize that it was the 2-hour episode until I think after the whole like merge situation. I was like, this is really long.
No, okay, so they definitely said that, and I completely forgot. They said that last week. I completely forgot. And then we were about at an hour and a half, and I was like, feeling really long. But I was tired from a long day of training at my new job, and I had like 2 glasses of wine, so I was like, nope, seems about right.
Yeah.
As I was checking the clock. So I was like, and then I thought back and I was like, oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was 2 episodes until I was looking up like recaps and it was saying 2 different names. And I was like, oh, I guess it is 2 episodes.
You're like, I wasn't tripping. It was long. Okay.
Yeah.
It's what's not clicking, Steven. It's like,
I'm like, maybe it's just because I haven't watched it in such a long time, but I was like, dang, this feels really long. We pick up right from the previous tribal council after Daniel gets, is it eliminated? What's the term?
You've been voted off the island, babe.
The tribe has spoken.
So
I don't know, like
love it.
I would just say eliminated.
Bye guys. Good one.
It's so awkward.
It's so awkward, but I kind of like it at the same time because nowhere else really does it like that anymore.
It's just so like brief and like abrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Even their final thoughts, it's like 20 seconds at most.
They're like, peace out, Girl Scout.
They're like, bye guys, this was fun, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, all right, cool.
Coming off of that, we immediately get some drama with Mike and Chanel.
He's like, well, why'd you vote for me? She's like, I thought I might be going, and he's like, that's fucked up. Like he was mad, and it was like, but why are you mad? Because you told both of them they were safe. He's like, I told you were safe, but they legitimately told them both the same thing, and then came together and decided, we'll pick Daniel. But like technically, it was up in the air when he was giving her his word, right? Yeah. He checked in with hi, and then they decided after the case. Like, so he's telling her, in her opinion from him, she was told she was safe, and he's like, I had your back. But in reality, her being questionable about that was actually correct, because it was not shown when he told her that. It wasn't really his word. He just said that, and then they made a decision later.
And on top of that, his whole kind of idea of, oh well, it's water under the bridge, like I don't really care, like I'm just gonna like smooth things over, but like I'm never gonna trust Chanel again. Like I'll step in front of a bullet for everyone else in my tribe, but like I'm gonna step aside for Chanel. I'm like, okay, cool, but like you already were doing the whole like works, so now it's really kind of obvious, but I don't know.
Well, it was just like, it was also like, obviously she's on the outs. Obviously she's at the bottom. It has been that way. You didn't trust her before she voted for you. Now you have a reason to say you don't trust her, but let's be real, you never really trusted her.
And it's not like it's going to make her more of a target. Like she's already very clearly like the one that's going to go.
Doesn't fucking change. Sorry, does not change anything.
Yeah. From that, we kind of move forward to Jeff's kind of reveal of the twist. So again, he does the whole spiel, like, you know, these people haven't seen season 41, so they don't know like what's gonna happen, but like it's gonna be a little different this time. Not really. It's just more like
near this.
It's just like, okay, they know, I guess, going into it that someone's gonna be sent off,
but that's it.
But like they don't know like they're gonna come back with. Well,
they also know he did tell them that they would get some kind of power in the game.
Yeah.
But that was it. Whereas last time it was just like, peace out, see you later, you're gonna suffer and come back. Like, so it was like a little different, but not much. It didn't change the way picked who was gonna go, to be honest. I felt like their mindset was the same as last season's when they didn't know. They still picked, you're kind of on the outs, or you bother some people, or you seem like you could handle it. Okay, goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
They really take into account the power.
No, and I
Because
guess to their
with Roxroy being so like kind of like annoyingly OCD to a lot of people in general, I would not have picked that person to get a power because I know that they would do something with it. Like they're gonna do something. They're a dominant personality. So obviously they weren't taking that into account, because if they did, they might not have picked him. Even though they felt like it was cool to let him go, knowing he's getting something, not doing that. Come here, you can stay here. Her, you can go.
I probably would have chosen Lindsay to go off, but I
got why they chose him.
Yeah, and like they try to put it under the guise of like, well, Lindsay looks like she needs to eat. I'm sure they just came up with something,
but also like he did get rice. Did what's her name get rice last time? I don't remember her getting rice.
I don't think so.
But I think they had gotten rice.
Because this was like a consolation to get rice. So I don't think she did. But we have Jeff kind of split them into teams. He says it's not the merge quite yet, but it's like the lead up to it. So they split into 2 teams to do the reward / immunity challenge.
Mm-hmm.
The reward is Applebee's, so sponsor.
Like
out of nowhere, I would have been like, Applebee's would have been like the last thing I would have thought of.
McDonald's,
Sizzler, this like Black Angus or something.
I was like, Applebee's, bet. I used to waitress there when I was pregnant with P. I'm like, the quesadilla burger with a veggie patty was my shit. Oh my God, it's so funny.
I was like, Applebee's,
random,
not bad.
But I mean, listen, Applebee's gets like this like bottom barrel rap, but like honestly, their shit does hit. It's pretty good.
It's the same thing with Chili's. I prefer Chili's over Applebee's, but like they're both not bad.
But like people are always like, okay, like, you know.
I will defend Chili's, even though they got rid of their potato skins. I'll still defend them. It's fine.
Friend of mine, I work there too. Gang, gang.
It's like Applebee's, Chili's, Red Robin.
You know they closed the one here.
The Chili's or the Red Robin?
Red Robin, the one that I worked at by Walmart. They closed it. I know, and it was like out of nowhere, but I kind of saw it coming, but I was also like,
I feel like that one was really popular though.
Right? I don't know. I guess it's just, I wonder what they're gonna put in there, but I know it'll be a new restaurant. So I'm like, what's it gonna be? Anyways.
So the Applebee's, obviously food in general, but like Applebee's kind of, you know,
that was
got some people excited. So
my hungry butt would have been like, let's fucking
I'd been like, any food that's not rice right now.
Yeah.
Love rice, but like
they weren't even getting rice like that. So I'd have been like, any food, period. You could have told me it was rice. I still would have been like, let's go.
Yeah. Rice and macaroni salad, I would have been like, easy. They split into 2 teams. And I think it's like orange and blue. It's like the same competition pretty much. I think the puzzle was a little different, but it's the same thing of like digging out the big ball boulder-ish thing that you have to push.
Yeah.
Climb up, get keys, push it again, climb up the walls, do a puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, I'm gonna shout out Jonathan because
himself, Thor, Aquaman, whatever you want to call him,
literally carried this team to the win. Put him on either team, they would have won.
Mike pulled some shit on the other side though too. Like
he did.
So they could actually kind of try.
And I will say, no disrespect to Drea. Had Drea not been on that team, it would have been a lot more close, I think. Because that was a big like factor.
And love her. I love her, but she dropped the ball and then she accidentally got kicked in the face. And I was like, it's not going well.
It's just like in those moments when like you see someone trying so hard, but like they keep failing, it just like, it doesn't annoy me. It more so it's just like frustrating because it's like you want them to get it and then they keep failing and you're just like, oh my God, like I can't watch this.
Secondhand embarrassment. That's what that is.
Yeah, it's not, no disrespect to Drea. It's just like,
no, love her.
It's any time in like Big Brother, Survivor, when like people are doing competitions and like they just can't get it. It's especially on those BB Comics competitions when like
clicking Steven.
Like they're buzzing in like a million times and they're just like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I'm like, oh, I can't watch this.
You're like,
but
like you keep like you have one left to switch and you keep second guessing yourself and then you just like end up having like 6 wrong instead. You start switching everything and you're just like, oh.
And I will say for this, I feel like I know that none of them wanted to like jump down, like I guess, but I felt like there wasn't really any urgency with the blue team when Drea was like struggling. Like no one went down there really very quickly until Mike was like, someone get down there and like help her up because otherwise we're not going anywhere.
And he was like, listen, no, you're about 80 pounds soaking wet. And she is small, but she's got some more muscle on her. She's a little heavier. Get her up and I can lift you like, boop, we're up. Could have done that 10 times quicker. I feel like Mike had to finally like say something. Because no one.
There was really the only issues I saw on the orange team were like some slight bickering and like comments during the puzzle where like, they're like, guys, make sure like we're picking up the pace. And like Marianne's like, yeah, thanks for that. We're trying our fastest.
She said, like, she was like, back the fuck up, basically. And Jonathan was.
And I was perfectly fine with her saying that because I'm like, dude, what do you want them to do? Like,
no. I agree. She's always so bubbly. You don't always, not to say that people like that can't stand up.
She was very stern with her responses. Yeah. Like, it wasn't like a joke. Like, she was like, okay, you need to like, shut up. Like, and let us concentrate.
You did your part, sir. Let me do mine. And you bothering me is not going to make me go faster. Shut up.
Especially since they were more than halfway done before the other team even started. And they were like, guys, like, hurry up. And I'm like, I get it. It's stressful. You like really, it's just up to them two. It was what, Marianne and Lydia.
Yeah.
Right? Doing the puzzle?
Yeah, maybe.
Or I think it was Lydia. Yeah, no, it was Lydia. I think.
I just thought it was like, I got it. I think he was just really hungry and he's used to in every other part of a competition, he can just bulldoze. Control. Yeah. Out of control. He didn't have the control and he was like, I'm hungry. We're going to win. Hurry up. But I was like, just shut up. I love him, but there a little bit. I was like, just leave him alone.
Kind of surprised that it didn't really lead to any other issues. Like they kind of really didn't touch on it after that. Like I think that might have just been like the competitive nature of it. Like, you know, sometimes people, you know, not true colors, but necessarily like the competitive side of people comes out where like you can get a little rude or get like a little heated because you're so invested into it. And especially in this situation when you don't have, like, you're not the one physically doing the puzzle, you have to rely on someone else.
No. Especially when you're used to winning and being able to just take control and now you just have to sit here and hope that somebody else can do it. I would not have said something in the moment that he said something, but I understand what he was feeling. Competitive as fuck. I'm used to doing like he was doing, taking control, doing it all himself. I'm used to being, I do team sports, but I also did sports where it's me. I'm in control. I ain't got to worry about you. I know I'll push myself till I pass out and die. You might stop.
Yeah.
You know, I can sleep when I'm dead. Like that's me. I'm like, we can breathe later.
Yeah.
The car is down the street. We're going all the way.
And I feel like Jonathan and Mike, I would like to see them go head to head in something, or like, I don't know. Like they both give off very similar energies of just wanting to take hold of their team and like just kind of show that they are the best competitor. But I will say Mike is 57 and Jonathan is 28.
There's that. I just feel like Jonathan's the young version of him.
Yeah.
Mike is the older version of Jonathan.
I don't really know, because we don't really have any competitive people that are like older typically. Like I would say like it's mostly like late 40s, but like 50s, I mean Jerry, but Jerry was in his like 70s. I don't know how I love that there was like a 21-year-old that season and then like a 72-year-old. And he won competitions. Like they didn't throw it to him.
You'll always be Judas to me.
You ain't do nothing for me. You gotta stop talking to people like that.
Like what?
Anyway.
Moving on.
Gotta talk about season 10.
Gold. Just chef's kiss.
So Orange Team wins. You can kind of credit Jonathan for it, but Marianne and Lydia complete the puzzle.
Yeah,
they get the Applebee's and the immunity for now. Lindsay and Roxroy are kind of, confronted with the choice from the Orange Team. Like, one of you is going to join the Orange Team and have immunity, join in on the feast, and one of you is going to be sent off. And I mean, it was pretty obvious, but they end up choosing Lindsay. Roxroy gets sent off. And
Roxroy gets on the island by himself.
Yeah. The Orange Team's feasting on, their Applebee's. And then Roxroy ends up getting confronted with his decision after, spending some time on the island, a little frustrated with himself.
Yeah.
Of the same decision that oh my god, why can't I remember her name? Erica was confronted with last season.
Earlier too, she freaking won the whole season. Like, what is wrong with me?
Roxroy, I thought it wasn't as obvious as it was with Erica. But even then, I feel like they kind of edited the video like Erica might not, which like I know is like the point of the show, but like
I get it. I know.
Roxroy, I genuinely didn't know if he was gonna do it or not.
Yeah, at first, but then like once they were showing him making the decision before he made it, it was obvious. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
it's like you can't edit them like contemplating like
for that long.
Yeah. So he ends up making the same decision. And he comes back and they do the whole reveal of, hey, so Orange Team, you're no longer safe.
Hope Applebee's is good, bitch.
Yeah.
Robert's like, hi guys, I'm back. What's up? And Tori was like, well, honestly, I think that's really messed up because we did you a favor because we figured you wanted power. And like, I was like, girl, shut up.
Tori's like, okay, kind of love.
She's a villain.
Tori. Like, I love to like see what she's doing because it's giving, but like sometimes she's just like a little off with like her arguments.
Like I was like, honestly, she just wanted to be like, that's not fair. And I get it, but like not relevant, just shut up. Not helping yourself, right? Like that's just how you feel. You're upset. I get it. Move on. But she changed that because here we go. What happened? We're a battle for immunity now.
So now everyone that was previously safe on the Orange Team, including Lindsay, is competing individually for immunity. Everyone else will be considered for tribal council. And this is, we've seen this before.
It was great. But like just the way the whole thing went, or at least the way they filmed it, like It was suspenseful. It was like an upset. Like it was great. Loved it.
Yeah. I
It was
believe
blowing some of the rest of them out of the water and like just so like easy.
no, it was pretty even because like anytime someone would get ahead, they'd drop it, or like
Mhm.
it would be someone super steady and like you don't know how long they were going to take. I believe this was the competition where you had to use your feet to stack up a tower and then drop the flag
From
in
last.
between. And it's the one that Evie won, I believe.
Did she win
Or was it Ricard?
He either won or came in second.
Evie or Ricard. It was one of them.
Yeah.
But it's a similar competition where you have to keep your platform balanced by holding onto a rope, and you have to be stacking your letters to spell immunity from top to bottom.
And then get both feet back up on the platform without it falling.
It's like
He did
15 feet where you have to like walk from your platform, and obviously the farther away you are, the harder it is to balance. So I mean, at first it looked like maybe Marianne was gonna do well,
or Jonathan,
and then they both ended up dropping it, and it kind of just left Tori to slowly inch backward before she got on the platform. I was super like, again, like I understand Tori's a villain, but like I think she's an entertaining personality nonetheless. I was concerned that she was going to drop it like super last minute. I was like, either she's going to get it right here or she's about to just like crumble and have no shot.
And I don't know what's going to happen. Like,
but she ends up getting it.
Yep.
Super exciting moment. Like, no matter who wins
that was
in a
like
challenge.
6 moment where they could have been like, give me the key, bitch. Like she was like, Roxroy, you thought, but not today. Like,
yeah,
upset. It was great.
Yeah, I just love when things don't go
Sorry, there's
the way
a cat
that they're looking.
I hear it. I hear like, you good? Moving on. Sorry, we're moving. It's a mess.
So Tori ends up getting the immunity idol, which means that she will be safe from tribal, which means everyone else who was previously on the orange team and Lindsay is up for elimination.
Be going.
Yeah. So
beforehand, we see, before we even have this competition, we see this big alliance form that made a lot of sense to me, but it is pretty big. So that gives me,
it's giving me like Big Brother, bless you. It's giving me Big Brother 16, like bomb squad.
Yeah, it's a lot. So it was Drea, Roxroy, Omar,
Hi,
Lydia. Who else? It was like a Mike. I think that might have been it. It was a lot. It was like 7 or 8 people.
It's was basically not Tori, not Roxroy, and
Roxroy was in it with Drea.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, "That's my homie. He come with us."
So wait, not Tori, not Marianne, and then Christian and Lindsay.
Yeah, not Christian, not Lindsay.
Pretty much everyone else.
It was majority of the
I think it's everyone else. Oh, and then Chanel. I don't think Chanel's in it.
Yeah, no.
So everyone else pretty much.
Main target. Jonathan.
I forgot Roxroy. I guess I don't know. Drea and Roxroy's.
It's interesting.
He's lucky that he's cool with Drea. Otherwise,
he rubs a lot of people the wrong way just socially.
Yeah.
So it wasn't writing for him, and she didn't have so much power, and people didn't fuck with her. He would be screwed.
Well, because no one who knows that Drea has all of that power.
She told the group this is a solid alliance. Okay, guys, I have
right.
Yep. So that's a lot of people that know.
And she's the only one that's because Mike was stupid. Does anyone know Marianne has it?
I think
other than the other two.
I think they know she has the extra vote. I don't think they know that she has the idol.
Yeah.
Because she has both.
It's definitely a choice to be so honest about all of that power. Like, it's different if it was just an extra vote or just an idol. And she even has the amulet. I'm like, dude, you need to
Yes.
not tell so many people.
Girl. Mm-mm. Keep a couple secrets.
It's like, you can be honest, like play like the honesty like halfway game where it's like you're being honest about having an amulet. I didn't say anything about an idol though. Like I didn't say anything about an extra vote. And I feel like it's gonna bite her in the ass, because it's like, okay, you having that power is leverage. When someone knows, that's already taking away some of your like leverage.
Man, oh,
What?
my Crocs.
What?
I had a gingerbread man right here. I was literally looking down. I'm like, why does my shoe look off? And I'm like, I have one. Sorry, so upsetting. Croc game not on point. Moving back to Survivor. That's my thank you. You saw real time. Moving on.
I don't know when episode 6 ended and when episode 7 started. I'm sure it was just like edited together. I don't know.
It was just a big old thing.
Yeah. And
so that was the group that had formed and all the things that happened. Then everything switched up, and then it was like they had their targets that they were pushing for was literally Chanel, and then Jonathan kind of threw in Marianne as a backup. Just gonna put that out there. Tori a little bit, and then Roxroy came back, and it was like he was probably going to make Tori be really pushed, and then Tori won, and then everything flipped, and then it was like, so now what do we do? And then they all scrambled. They legitimately, it was like such this great big alliance that formed and fell so quick. Like they were ready to cut each other's throats so fast. And I understand because everything changed, but it was very like, here we are. Oh no, fuck that. Here we go. Like I was like, no, stop being so messy. Figure it out. Pick someone out. Like pick someone. And so High's gonna be mad at everyone, but he's gonna play nice because he was definitely not someone that wanted. He was riding for Lydia, and he was not going to go against that. And so I'm sure he was one of the few people that didn't vote for her. And I think
he actually was.
He voted for her?
Yeah. We can go over the votes real quick. Lydia ended up getting Drea, High, Jonathan, Lindsay, Marianne, and Mike. Jackson got Chanel and Tori. Marianne got Lydia and Romeo, and Lindsay got Roxroy.
That's crazy.
The votes never go like I think they're gonna go. Like, to be honest, like the vote numbers, yes, but like the people, no. I never understand.
Every time there's like one or two that's just like, okay, wouldn't have guessed that. You got me. And I'm pretty good at figuring these things out,
I think it's just because we don't get any inner monologue about the vote. We really just see tribal council, and then like we get the talk after in the next episode. Whereas like in Big Brother, like you get to hear diary room sessions.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but that was interesting. Another quick point, not really game related, but High and Romeo had a really nice talk about Romeo's sexuality and being kind of outcasted.
I started crying. I'm such a bitch. I can't. I'm a baby. I was like, I love this. This is a great moment. This is beautiful. We needed this. And it was very genuine between the two. I love that. I
love High. High is one of my favorites.
Yeah, same. Love him.
And I do believe we mentioned that this is the most LGBT castmates on a season of Survivor.
Ever?
I believe. Because I know that there was a lot of people, a lot more women.
Is that counting the very start where we had a transgender as well?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot, I guess.
Because that's
should always be giving inclusivity a mix, but
Chanel, High, Jackson, Lydia, Romeo
are all in the LGBTQ plus
sphere. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is pretty cool.
That's really cool. I love that.
Even though 3 of them are gone, 2 of them are gone.
It's not giving season 22, okay?
Well, okay. Hi, Chanel and Romeo are still there.
What season was that? 23? What was it where it was just like, okay, another gay's going? What season was that we were watching? You were like, okay, no, it's not a coincidence anymore. Why are they?
Oh, Celebrity.
It was All-Star, the Challenge All-Star season 2. You were like, okay, listen, now
it was Derek, it was Ryan, and then Tyler ended up going 4th.
And you were like, okay, it's not a coincidence.
I'm like, don't act like the gay men on the challenge don't bring the drama.
Fuck out of here. Okay, it was. I was thinking season 22. Season 22 was just
season 22. I'm like, Keisha. It was just Kevin.
Which I can't. I don't want to go to that dark place in my life.
Christmas.
Moving on. Not talking about it.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. We will be filming for X on the Beach because the legend herself, Devon, is on that season. And she's bringing it so far.
The very amazing Kat is on there as well. So
is Kat really on this?
Yes.
Oh my God. I was worried because like I know they had mentioned Kat.
They mentioned her. No, they showed a clip off after the first season showing glimpses instead of, normally the first episode, instead of showing like what's going to happen next episode, they show like what's going to happen in the rest of the season. Like
yeah, because I know that someone's probably going to call out Mike.
She was arguing with David.
Dang. Well, to be fair, I mean, this isn't about X on the Beach, but like just a quick thought. Like David is very young, very
immature,
and
he's still learning what he likes, what to do.
And I'm pretty sure he was dating women older than him.
And he was women when he was interested in both, but he wasn't ready to go there yet. So that can cause some issues, I would.
And he also didn't start being sexually active until 20, I believe he said. So he was like late to kind of relationships in general and also his sexuality. Mm-hmm. So that'll be interesting.
I love him.
No, I love David.
And he's just so cute. I just want to be like, come here, friend. Let's go take a shot. Like, I just want to hang out.
I still keep thinking about in episode 2 when they're like, so who do you think is going to come? And he's like, probably an ex.
And they're like, no shit, David.
And he was so serious too. He's like, guys, I think it might be an ex.
I'm not gonna. When they first introduced him, I was like he's cute, but I was like, I don't know. And then before he came out, like talked about his sexuality, I was like, something's off. Like not off, but I was like, is he straight? Like I wasn't sure. And so then when he opened up and said that he is like bi and like discovering himself, I was like, I see that. I get it. Okay. Love that for you. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. And he's just so funny. He would just like, he wants to throuple it up and he gets a little taste of his dream come true. I just love, he's just love.
I'm excited to see
where it all goes.
And I'm so excited for Kat to come. Kat and Devon on the same season of any show. I'm so excited.
Baby, Devon, Taurus, Kat, Capricorn. That is a match made in queen bitch heaven. I
hope they don't get in. I don't think they will.
I don't think they will. And if they do, they will, but there'll be someone like Janelle and what's his name that became friends in the real world for real.
Oh, Bo.
Yeah, because they just went on a trip together. Like, do you know what I'm saying? This is how many years later they went on a trip together. They're still so like even if they clash on the show, I think in life they would be friends.
Yeah. Wrapping up from this episode of Survivor, basically
I was excited Lydia was evicted, voted off the island. But she is the first person on the jury.
which, oh no, is she?
That's
No,
what he's.
because it's, oh, that's true. Okay. I
Uh-huh.
guess I was
But
misremembering that it's after the merge when the jury starts, but I guess it's like because this is the start, she's the first.
yes.
So I don't know, like the votes, they fell where they fell, but it doesn't really make sense to me at the moment. I'm gonna wait to see what people say.
I'm a little confused. But
I do think Marianne, there's just something about her that people just do not like. And I
mhm.
feel like she's gonna be constantly getting votes.
She's got a lot of power though. She got
She
a lot.
does, but people don't really know.
That's what I'm saying though. I think she's going to be targeted, but I think she's going to be able to save her ass.
Yeah. And then
Love.
obviously, Jonathan. He's gonna be the Xander of the season, I feel like.
I
But
know.
he's not as obnoxious or like immature as Xander. Like people genuinely like him. It's just that he's very good at the competition side of the game.
You can't be stuff like that and like fly under the radar at all. Like you're going to be
Yeah.
a target.
Especially now that it's no longer tribes. You're no longer an asset. You're now
You're
an,
just fishing, babe. Maybe a
yeah.
little bit of shield. That's about it. So yeah,
So it is a little sad to see Lydia go. I did like her, but
she grew on me too. I never didn't like her, but she was never someone that I was like, oh, I really like her. And then I was starting to really like her. I'm like, oh, there it goes.
I do want to see how the alliance kind of discusses
That.
where the votes fell, especially High, since he was going, I guess if he
I
didn't vote, like it would have still been Lydia, but
and I think he needed to, as much as he didn't want to and it hurt him, he could not save her. So it was one of those things where it's like, you vote with the house. Like I can't stick out like a sore thumb, or neither one of us will win. I'm next. Like
can't be a Roxroy voting for Lindsay. The fuck was that?
like, huh?
He's like, fuck you, you got Applebee's.
She did nothing to you, sir. She's like, what? She was not up for a women.
Damn. Well, that was these 2 episodes, I guess, 2-hour premiere event of
can't
the
wait
merge.
We will check back in. Keep a lookout for our X on the Beach videos. I am covering it on my personal channel by myself, but we are covering it together as well over here. So yeah, the only way not to miss that is to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we will definitely see you next time. Peace.